Hello and welcome to Tavern Chat, the daily vidcast, podcast, cast for the OSR, Dungeons and Dragons Gaming. I'm your host, Eric Tenkar. You may know me from playing a part of a blogger for the last dozen years or so, but in any case, we have some news today. Jeff Grubb. Now, I know Jeff Grubb because for me, that was the name I always associated with TUI. So for when I actually my brush with greatness with Jeff, and I'll get this out of the way so then I can go on to the actual news. North Texas RPG Con at the old hotel, so we're probably going back 3 or 4 years. Get about to step into the elevator, and lo and behold, there's Jeff. I don't know who Jeff was with. I mean, it was somebody of note. I remember they had a special guest badge, but I saw Jeff Grubb. And listen, have I met many people in the industry over the years? Certainly. I'm not going to name names because also I don't want to just say, well, and I met so and so, but they don't hold up to Jeff Grubb. But the reality is, the one time I was totally fucking speechless was with Jeff Grubb, to the point when Jeff looked at my name tag and went, Eric Tenkar, I read your blog like every day. And now, to my credit, I don't remember what I did. I had Rach, my lovely wife, tell me what I did. And apparently, according to Rach, what I did was, I did the Jackie Gleason, the humana, and then the elevator doors closed and away the elevator went, and I was still standing outside. And Rach was like, "What just happened?" I'm like, Jeff Grubb knows who I am. So that's my brush with gaming greatness, at least from my aspect, from my personal perspective. In any case, so Jeff Grubb's Lost Mystara Setting Sourcebook is going to be released. Now, this is pretty huge because when it came to Mystara, which before it got converted over from D&D to AD&D Second Edition, it was known as the Known World, but I guess that sounded a bit too much like Forgotten Realms, Known World, they're flip-flop. Let's change it to Mystara. So Jeff had been given the responsibility to take all that setting material and put it into a setting box, which he went about doing. You can catch this some of the background information on Grubb Street, grubbstreet.blogspot.com. This is Jeff's blog. It's a legitimate blog, just random gaming thoughts or random history thoughts or random political thoughts. This is his way to update you with what's going on with him. Okay. And he gives some background on this, but what happened was in the production of it, the goal changed. But he has all this stuff written, and then they say we don't want a full world setting. We want to just localize on the Grand Duchy of Karameikos. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. And not only that, it's going to include an audio CD. Because remember, that's back when they did, I guess, like the Dragon Strike or First Strike, whatever it was, where they had the audio CD. And I know it was a new technology. This is back when, like, I guess Sega was doing their video CD games that were just horrible. They had they had the one with the actress from Different Strokes. She was playing some bad role in one of those. Those were just horrible. Well, these CDs from TSR at the time weren't that much better. But the box set for Karameikos was actually pretty good. Again, this is back in the day when I bought pretty much everything that was coming out of TSR's publishing hand. If I could have kept them in business myself, I probably would have tried, but I couldn't, so I didn't. So in any case, what is happening is that Harvard He posts at the Piazza, and his blog is blackmoremystara.blogspot.com. Just announced that Wizards of the Coast gave their approval for a long lost manuscript written by legendary D&D game designer Jeff Grubb to be released for free to the fans at the Vault of Pandius. The Mystara sourcebook was commissioned by TSO in the 90s and was to be part of the company's relaunch of the classic D&D setting under the AD&D 2e rules. But it wound up not happening, and this was part of the reason why Jeff Grubb decided to leave TSR. As rumors that this manuscript existed in nearly complete form, fans became hopeful that it would one day become available for them to read and enjoy. One fan, Travis Henry, even started a petition with more than 800 signatures. I would have added myself to it if I'd known there was such a petition. Jeff Grubb said that he would love to have his work become available, as he was always a fan of the setting since the days of the known world. This week, Sean Stanley, who has been managing the vaults of Pandius website for almost 25 years, announced at the Piazza that the book will now finally be released later this year for the website's anniversary. The website was made into the official fan website by Wizards of the Coast in the early 2000s and remains the best resource website for the Mystara fan community. It is very fitting that this book will now find a home there. I think that's great. And listen, I am the first to complain about Wizards of the Coast when there's a reason to complain about Wizards of the Coast. And today, there isn't a reason to complain about Wizards of the Coast. This is great. This is fan service. And it's fan service. The book's going to come out for 2 weeks. It's not coming out for basic. It's not coming out for first edition. It's not coming out for 5th edition. It's not being given to Goodman Games. Goodman Games can rewrite it and republish it and bring it up as their Classic Adventures Reincarnated line. This is literally fan service. And that is something that is not seen nearly as enough as it should be. So a tip of my virtual hat to Wizards of the Coast for doing this, and for Havard, and I guess any volunteers are helping him in putting this into a workable piece, because apparently, according to him, over at the Piazza, He's now working on the editing on the document to tidy it up and to learn some graphic design to put the product into a more polished output. Given the 25th anniversary of the Vault was coming up, I thought it would be an appropriate date to work towards its release. This is great. I'm looking forward to it. I'd actually play it. This is spot on. And again, it's Jeff Grubb's work, and I'm a Jeff Grubb fanboy. So Jeff, if you're seeing this, yes, I still fanboy when I see you at Game Hall. It's like, Jeff knows who I am. I don't know. What can I tell you? Folks, yes. So if you haven't noticed yet, the channel has changed its name. It's no longer Eric Tenkart. It is now Tenkar's Tavern. And the shortcut is now youtube.com/Tenkar's Tavern. I almost said the wrong one. That would have been foolishly stupid now, wouldn't it? So, folks, what does that mean? Well, that means that we are going to be focusing more on the fact that it isn't just myself. I have co-hosts, and we'd actually like to possibly bring in guest casters. People that are like, oh, I got this great idea. I'd like to put together a cast on whatever. On Mystara, and I think I could, do a pretty good cast for 20 minutes, whatever. I'd love to hear about it. I'd like to hear a pitch. I'd love to have you send me the video and we put it up on this channel. Just a warning. This is literally run like a zine back in the 70s and 80s. It is not a professionally run thing. We do this for the community, by members of the community. And if you're expecting it to be, look at the cool graphics and the spotty side, look at this, it looks so awesome. No, that's not here. But if you can say, oh, wow, they're having a fun time and they're enjoyable to listen to and enjoyable to watch. And heck, it converts well to the podcast. I enjoy listening to the podcast. Well, then this is for you. And like I said, You can call the voicemail if you have any suggestions, if you have any topics you want to talk about or feedback on anything, 347-509-5168. Or if you're listening on Anchor, you can always use the Anchor app. I look forward to all the messages. You can also email tankcarstavern@gmail.com, especially if you have anything you want to pitch. Also, on the blog side, tankcarstavern.com, we take guest posters. I have a regular guest. He's no longer a guest, right? Chris Stoggill every Sunday. God bless Chris. But we do take submissions for reviews because I know my weakness. I don't do great reviews. It's not my strength. So if you have something that you want reviewed or you've done a review for it and you want to review it on the podcast side, the vid side or the blog side, just tell me. Let me know. All right. We just put up... on the blog side, we put up a guest review over the weekend, and it was spot on. It was really well done. So, on that note, we are still in the midst of the world of the pandemic. What does that mean? It means you should use your common sense to keep yourself, your friends, your loved ones healthy and safe. Be safe, be well, God bless. Roll those dice. Knock on wood. I will be back again tomorrow.